This video is going to teach you how to use the present perfect tense, el presente perfecto, which is one of my favorite tenses in Spanish. This is a timeline of all the tenses that we know so far, or that we're going to learn very soon, in Spanish. The present perfect is right in the middle. It's in the past, but only slightly. The present perfect is used to narrate in the past, but only when you're talking about something that happened earlier that day, or only happened one time. I have eaten breakfast this morning. This morning was pretty recent, so that's why I used the present perfect. Have you ever been to Japan? That's asking about something that happened one time. Forming the present perfect tense takes two steps. The first is to conjugate the verb haber in the present tense according to the subject of the sentence. Yo, tú, él, ella, usted. You know the drill. Then you add the past participle of the verb that you want to talk about. The verb haber is totally irregular. Yo he, tú has, él, ella, usted ha. Nosotros hemos, vosotros habéis, ellos, ellas, ustedes han. Remember that the H in Spanish is silent. Lucky for you, you already know how to form past participles. We've already worked with past participles when we were talking about the passive voice. So just to remind you, you take the infinitive, you take off the AR, ER, or IR ending, and then you add ado if it's an AR verb, or ido if it's an ER or IR verb. And just like in the passive voice, we have irregular past participles. Abrir, abierto. Decir, dicho. Descubrir, descubierto. Escribir, escrito. Freír, frito. Hacer, hecho. Leer, leído. Morir, muerto. Poner, puesto. Resolver, resuelto. Romper, roto. And volver, vuelto. There's one big important difference between the past participle that we use in the passive voice and the past participle that we use in the present perfect tense. Here it is. Unlike the passive voice, the past participle does not change to match the object it's describing in the present perfect tense. Here's a sentence in the passive voice. Los perritos calientes fueron quemados. The hot dogs were burned. Quemados is plural and masculine to match los perritos calientes. But here's a sentence in the present perfect. Yo he quemado los perritos calientes. I have burnt the hot dogs. You see that quemado ends in an O. It's always going to end in an O in the present perfect tense. Even though I'm speaking and I'm a girl, it still ends in O because the past participle does not change. Here are some examples of sentences in the present perfect tense. Yo he comprado el refresco. I've bought the soda. Tú has aprendido mucho en la clase de español. Ella ha pintado muchas obras de arte. Nosotros hemos leído Don Quijote. Ahora vamos a practicar.